Season 5. Welcome.
This is Strykes Sessions.
Season 5. Today we're going over some tips to keep a creative flow in everyday life. This is especially applicable now because we're all stuck at home in quarantine. If you've been feeling dull or a little bit uninspired like I have, these tips will help you out. If you're interested in this article I'm looking at right now, it's from lifehack.org, and it's called 30 Tips to Rejuvenate Your Creativity. So number one is a pretty obvious one. Surround yourself with creative people. Make sure we can't really do that now physically, but just make sure you're talking to fellow creatives every day. Make sure you're seeing what they're up to. You can even ask them what they're doing to stay inspired and stay motivated. And a lot of people have probably discovered a new creative passion with all this downtime. So probably a lot of people are new to this. So yeah, just ask your fellow creatives, ask your friends. If you live with people who do the same kind of thing as you, just ask them, collaborate. Ask them for ideas, try to bounce ideas off of them. Another thing you can do is expose yourself to new genres of art, such as music, books, TV, movies. I've been kind of expanding my music palette recently, and I think that's definitely influencing the music that I'm currently making or that I'm starting to make. Yeah, it's always good to have a wider palette, a wider range of taste, and that can help stem into new ideas for you to develop and make your own. Third thing, this one might be kind of weird, especially for creatives. I know a lot of us are addicted to coffee, but you actually want to roll back on the coffee. Don't drink it. Coffee is known for kind of reducing the chemicals that allow for creativity. Something that I personally don't recommend, but it does work, is alcohol. Only if you're over 21 in the US. I don't know the other ages, but don't be drinking. I personally don't condone drinking, but if you want to, go ahead. I don't drink. I don't see the point in that. I'm creative enough. I don't need to be not sober, but alcohol does make you more creative than coffee. So if that's your thing, go for it. Don't get plastered. But fourth thing, don't strive for perfection. I forget the quote, but it's like perfection is the enemy of something. I don't know, but nothing is ever perfect. Nothing can be perfect. The act of being perfect, it doesn't exist. You can, obviously try to, achieve perfection with your art, but it's not going to happen. Just do what makes you happy. Do the best you can. That's really it. A lot of people just get stuck when they're trying to make something perfect or when they're trying to change something that isn't maybe meant to be changed, and they should just kind of roll with whatever they had going in the first place. So just don't be too I have to get it perfect. Just go with the flow. Another one that's kind of I don't know, I feel like it's a given, but I feel like it's not really super common knowledge, is do something every day. If you want to exercise that creative muscle that you have, you want to be using it every day, you want to be working it out every day. Just even if you edit one photo, even if you make one baseline, if you do one stroke of paint, whatever it is, just do something every day. Another thing you can do is kind of create a template. If you're making a song or you're editing photo or you're just, make a template for you to follow, or at least guidelines for you to follow to help you kind of flow better and kind of make sure, one, it's going to help you check all the boxes, with what you have to do. Two, it's going to help you kind of flow better and understand what needs, what still has to be done. And three, it'll just help you know, okay, now I have to do this, and you just, it just helps your flow. Another thing you can do, we've talked about this before in the podcast, make sure your environment is suitable for creating. If you have the luxury of getting, RGB Philips Hue lights or like this or whatever, they don't have to be Philips Hue, but just colored lights, color can really just make creativity blossom in your head. It can fill you up with ideas. And yeah, color helps a lot. Make sure you have a set space, even if it's just a desk, doesn't have to be a whole room. If it's just your desk, it's your stuff on there, it's your setup, it's how you like it. Throw on some music. Music is also another great kind of creativity producing tool. Just make sure your environment is suitable for what you're going to be doing. You don't want to be sitting in a loud environment where you can't focus. You don't want to be, in a dark, dingy room or whatever. I don't freaking know. Just make sure you're in a good environment. Make sure you can think clearly and work. efficiently. Just make sure the vibes are right. That's really, just to sum it up, make sure your vibes are right. Last thing, it's kind of like a pre-creative thing you can do. Work out, exercise, go for a run, do some push-ups, get your blood flowing. Working out actually boosts your energy levels, and subsequently your creativity levels will be boosted because you're thinking more, you're more awake, you're more alert, your brain's just going. So again, even if you just do some push-ups or just go for a walk, even something subtle, just move, just get your blood flowing. Thank you guys for listening / watching. First episode of season 5. We're kind of halfway done with this podcast. Like I said in an earlier episode, I kind of plan to wrap this at season 10, but like I also said, not to worry. That still means we got like 50 more episodes, so guaranteed through the end of this year. Thank you guys for listening / watching. I don't know what next episode is going to be, but it's going to be good. I'm trying to make these episodes more compact, more condensed, more short form. I feel like podcasts are meant to be listened to like on the go or like in the background while you're doing something, and you're not really like sitting down to like watch it and like study it. You know what I mean? You're kind of just listening in the back of your mind. You know what I mean? So I feel like the more condensed and more quick and more like straight to the point we can make these, the better it'll be and the more you can listen to them. So thank you guys for listening / watching. I'll talk to you on the next episode. Peace out.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, we're trying to get out more podcasts for you now than ever. If you guys want to listen to more of our podcasts, you can find us on Spotify, iTunes. All of our important links are below as always, and we'll talk to you soon.